Hi everyone, this is Murthy. Welcome to QA automation classes. So today we are going to start a new chapter, that is screenshots in Selenium. Okay. So how exactly you can take the screenshot with the help of the Selenium, right? So in Selenium 4.x you can have three ways. Okay, three different types of the screenshot you can take. Okay, so the first one is you can take the screenshot for a specific web element. Okay, specific web element. Okay, and second one is you can capture the visible area screenshot. Okay, and then third thing is you can take the full page screenshot. Okay, so full page screenshot. Okay, so the visible area screenshot you could also take in Selenium 3.x. Okay, but the full page screenshot, right, this is only introduced in the Selenium 4. Okay, so what is the difference between these two, these two, visible area and the full page? If you see, so now I have opened the orangehrm.com. so if you see, there are a lot more things if you scroll down, right? So this is only visible area is up to this much, right? But this is when you take the use the visible area screenshot, you will only take the screenshot up to the visible area, whatever is visible to the user as of now. But if you take the full page screenshot, it will take the entire page screenshot. Okay, so which is introduced in the Selenium 4. So let's start with the first option, that is take the specific web element screenshot. Okay, you want to take the screenshot of the specific web element like this or contact cells, you can take that. Okay, so that is what we are going to see in this example. Okay, so now let's go to IntelliJ. So new class, let me copy something. Okay, I can copy this one only, or implicit weight, let me copy. Okay, so now take screenshot of a web element. Okay, take screenshot of a web element. Okay, so now class has been created. Okay, I'll get rid of this code, we don't need driver.get. Okay, so we'll navigate to orange hrm, right, this time. So let's go to orange hrm. After going to the orange hrm, this email address, and we're trying to take the screenshot of that email address. Okay, so let's go and write a locator for this one. So go to the inspect. Okay, so now let's go and enter your email address. Okay, let's put it here. Okay, so now control F. So now if you see, we have the ID and it starts with the input. So let's say input. So for ID you are going with hash, and what is the ID? Form submit action request. Okay, so hashtag something. Okay, so now you see it is identifying one of one, right? So now this is my XPath, sorry, CSS locator. So now let's go to the IntelliJ. Okay, so we navigated to orangehrm.com, and now driver.find one minute. Okay, so this is done. Let's say driver dot find element. Okay, by dot css selector. Okay, so by css selector, give that css selectors over here. So take that css selector, copy. So okay, so now we have identified that css selector. Then what we are going to do, so after identifying the web element, okay, this is up to this identifies the web element through the css. Okay, so after identifying, we are going to save it. Okay, so we are going to try to get the screenshot. Okay, so there is a method. Okay, so dot, you can say get screenshot as. Okay, so we're trying to get the screenshot of this particular web element as what? So we're going to keep it as a file. Okay, so how to do that? So you can say output type. Okay, see, output type dot file. So this output type is a it is coming from your r.openq.selenium. You can see here it will get imported. See, org openq selenium output type. Let's go and see what exactly is this. See, public interface output type. Okay, so it is an interface. Okay, and it is going to store the in the file format. Okay, so this is what you need to do. So now what we did, so we identified the web element, and then we are saying on that web element we are saying get screenshot as. That means take the screenshot of this identified web element and save is output type dot file. So you have to save it as a output type of file. So it is a output type is nothing but a interface, okay, which is available in the Selenium. Okay, so now you have to store it. Okay, so equals to, so how it will be stored? So it is a file, right? Output type dot file I'm saying. So it is a file type you have to store. So file, let's say what is this? Enter your email address. Okay, email address screenshot. Okay, so now we can say, so now this file we have to import. Okay, so alt enter to import. So now you can see the java.io file is imported. Okay, so now what we did, we identified the web element, and then on top of that we said get screenshot as output type dot file. Output type is the interface, and then we are storing that into a file. Okay, file type of object. Okay, so now what we need to do, so up to this it is fine. Okay, it has taken the screenshot, but we have to store it, right? So how to store that one? So now put this here. Okay, so now the second step will be, so there is something called as the file utils. Okay, so let's say file utils. Okay, file utils is not coming here because we need to add this one. Actually in pom.xml we need to add the common IO directly. Okay, so instead of getting that commons IO transitively through the Selenium, we can directly go and add that commons IO in pom.xml. I think my pom.xml only have Selenium related dependencies. Okay, let's go and see. Selenium only. Okay, so commons IO also we need to add. So let's go and search for commons IO Maven. Okay, so 2.19.0, this is the latest one. Okay, let's paste this one, copy, let's go to dependency, add it. Okay, cool. So now commons.io is also added. Now install it. Okay, so it will try to resolve that dependency, so we'll wait for some time. If you click, it will show. Okay, it is resolving the Maven dependencies. That means it is going and trying to download this dependency related charts to our local system M2 repository. So now it is gone. See, the error is gone, right? That means it is downloaded. Okay, so now it is done. So now we can go to here. So now the file utils. Okay, so now see org.apache.commons.io.file utils. So now we can use it. So let's say alt enter, it will get imported. Okay, so the file utils is already imported here. If you see org apache commons.io.file utils, it got imported. Okay, so now what we are going to do, file utils dot, so what are the different methods are available here, right? And what we are going to use. So file utils dot, there should be something to copy. Okay, can you see copy directory? No, but we are trying to copy the file, right? So okay, so copy file we can do. Okay, so copy file, and here two things we need to pass. Okay, so the input file or the source file that we have already created here, source file. Okay, so that is the one, and then we have to pass the destination file. Okay, so in the destination file we can say where exactly we are going to store with which name. Okay, so now you can say username, email address, screenshot, not username, this is the email address, right? So this is the first parameter, and comma, the second parameter will be, so new, okay, create the object new file, okay, and inside the file we can give the location and the name of the file. So location, I'll say in the root folder, here inside the root folder, okay. See, we don't have any new folder. I'll say screenshot, I can create one folder, okay, dot slash, let's say screenshot, okay, screenshots, let's say screenshots, and then we can give the name, right? That is the email dot, okay, which type of file you want to store, in which extension, jpg, okay. So this is how I am going to store it. So now what is this? Now it is saying it is going to unhandled exception. The copy files might generate a unhandled IO exceptions, okay. So you can add exception to the method signature, or we can try that within the try catch, okay. So better I'll go with the try catch. I'll like to use try catch rather than throw the exception, right? So through new runtime exception, okay, fine, whatever. So now if you see, this is has been already created, okay. So now if I run this script, what will happen? So if you see, there are no screenshot folder over here. So now a new screenshot folder is going to get created over it, and there this email address screenshot, right, whatever the email address locator we have used here, right, this field is going to be captured as email.jpg, okay. So let's try to run this one and see. Duration we don't need here, there is no wait, okay, we can get rid of that. It's taking some time to build, okay. Okay, so basically if there are multiple things you want to do, also you can say file, email address, then second item also you can see here, like file, let's say you want to save something else here, right? Let's say, so we'll try to see how to create the take the screenshot for bouquet freedom and contact cell, okay. So let's see. So first we need to take the XPath or the CSS locator, whatever locators for these two things, okay. So let's inspect. So now bouquet free demo, okay, this is a button, okay. So let's say double slash, I will say content text or something, okay, double slash, let's say button, okay. So here we'll say contents, okay. Inside the contents you will say text, so text comma give that text. So bouquet free demo 2 of 2, okay. So here is one, what is another one? What is the first one? Okay, this is the one, second one, 2, okay. So basically there are two web element, okay, with the same thing, okay. So this is the one, bouquet free demo, okay. Here also bouquet free demo, two things are there. Can you guys see? First one and second one, but we need this second one, right? So let's go to the parent first, okay. So the parent, this div, okay, this div, okay. So we have to go to the parent div first, okay. From the parent div we have to go to the there, okay. So inside this div there are two things. Okay, so this is one, this is two. Okay, this is one, this is two. Okay, so the parent for both of them, so this div, okay, so a li ul div. Okay, so that is part of this div. Okay, and similarly here a li ul div. So these two div, okay, these two div, okay, are part of this div. Let's see. Okay, so now I have to identify this div first. Okay, so after identifying this div we can do, but this div, if you see, this div is a dynamic content, so ul, okay, this div is inside this one. Okay, so now let's identify this one. Okay, this one, so id is there, right? So double slash div, okay, and at the rate id equals to, okay, something. Okay, so now we have identified this div. So after that, what we need to do, we need to go to the next div. Okay, slash div. Okay, so we are here, and here we have to identify that element, right? So where was that element? So let's see, not here, right? So this li and all, it's not there, it was in the another div. Okay, so that was somewhere here inside this many divs. Okay, it was here somewhere. Div flex web menu button ul li bouquet free demo, right? This is the one we're trying to do. Okay, bouquet free demo, and here inside this contact sales. Okay, this is the first, and there should be another one, like this one more div should be there. I think this is the one, div flex. Okay, so ul li, okay, yes, got it. So now we are here, right? So on the same line we have this div, right? Slash div. Okay, so now we need to go to the div 2. Let's say div 2, because div 1 we don't want to go, right? So now we went to div 2. This is div 1, this is C. Right, the div 1, this will be this div, this is the div 1. So inside this div 1 we go to div 2. Okay, so we want to go to div 2. After going to the div 2, then slash, okay, ul, okay, ul slash li. So which li? Li, this is 1. Okay, so 1. Okay, and then slash a. Okay, let's say which one it is highlighting on the UI. Let's see, bouquet freedom is getting highlighted, right, with this one. So now this is your XPath for this bouquet freedom. Okay, so let's take this one, and in the same here we can have one more, right? So let's say file, it's book a demo equals to bouquet demo equals to driver dot find element. Okay, and let's say by dot XPath we are trying to do, by dot XPath, give the XPath over here. Okay, so after giving the XPath you will say dot, okay, get screenshot. Okay, so get screenshot as output type dot file, output type dot file. Okay, so get demo screenshot, I can say screenshot. Okay, so now here again one more time we'll do the file utils dot copy. Okay, so instead of email address you will say bouquet email screenshot. Okay, so bouquet demo, bouquet demo. Okay, done. And if you want to do for another one also, what is that, contact sets, that also you can do. So li a li1, so let's change to li2. Okay, if you change to li2 it will go to the contact cells. Okay, so now let's take for the contact cells and do. So similarly for the contact cells, let's check the copy this one. Okay, so now contract ESCT contact cells. Okay, so contact cells screenshot equals to so here you give the text path, okay, the one you copied just now from here, sorry, from here, copy this one, copy, put it over there. Okay, so done. Okay, and again file utils.copy file for that one. Okay, so now the 3 screenshots should come over there. Okay, so contact cells, so contact cells.jpg. Okay, so now let's run and see what happens. So earlier it was only email.jpg, so now we should have the 2 more, that is one is bouquet demo screenshot and contact cells screenshot. So let's say still building. Okay, I'll pause it, otherwise it's taking some time. So it started running, so let's see. Okay, navigate it to the URL, maximize the window. Okay, okay, cool. So let's see, executed. So now if you see bouquet demo.jpg, right, and contact cells, right, these 2 screenshots also taken for this web element. Okay, so this is how basically you can take the screenshot of the multiple web element. So now we can commit this file, commit web element screenshot. Okay, so now commit and push. Committing origin master. Okay, fine, this is a file. Pushing to the remote. Okay, so you guys can go to my GitHub and you can practice along with me. If you want to get this code, you can get it from the GitHub. Okay, so that's all for this class, guys. If you guys are really enjoying these sessions, I'll request you to subscribe to my channel Q Automation Classes, and if you guys have any questions,